All right, we're in the second chapter of Zephaniah. This is Roger Hibbard and his beautiful wife Elizabeth. And Zephaniah is probably the last prophet before the captivity. And they go into captivity, of course, for 70 years, as prophesied by Jeremiah. And this is a 3-chapter, so we're in the second chapter tonight. And it says here his judgment on Judah's enemies. So God does, he calls back. He always calls back Israel, always calls them back to their homeland, and they go back. My wife, she didn't even know she was Jewish until years later. But anyway, it's wonderful. They are children of God, and God has raised them up, and they do return, whereas other nations don't return. It's amazing. All right, second chapter of Zephaniah. Gather together, yes, gather, O shameless nation, before the decree takes effect, before the day passes away like chaff, before there comes upon you the burning anger of the Lord, before there comes upon you the day of the anger of the Lord. Seek the Lord, all you humble of the land, who do his just commands. Seek righteousness, seek humility. You know, that's what I was talking about just in this previous deal in Job. Seek righteousness, seek humility. God loves the humble. He gives grace to the humble, but he resists the proud. Don't call yourselves the Pride Month, especially if you're doing evil. Man, perhaps you may be hidden on the day of the anger of the Lord. For Gaza shall be deserted, and Ashkelon shall become a desolation. Ashdod's people shall be driven out at noon, and Ekron shall be uprooted. All those cities there were cities of the Philistines. Woe to you, inhabitants of the coast, you nation of the Cherethites. I think that's the Philistines. The word of the Lord is against you. O Canaan, land of the Philistines, and I will destroy you until no inhabitant is left. And you, O sea coast, shall be pastures with meadows for shepherds and folds for flocks. The sea coast shall become the possession of the remnant of the house of Judah. Wow, Gaza, I long for that to become back to Israel, on which they shall graze, and the houses of Ashkelon, they shall lie down at evening, for the Lord, their God, will be mindful of them and restore their fortunes. I have heard the taunts of Moab and the revelings of the Ammonites, how they taunted my people and made boasts against their territory. Therefore, as I live, declares the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Moab shall become like Sodom, and the Ammonites like Gomorrah, a land possessed by nettles and salt pits, and waste forever. The remnant of my people shall plunder them, and the survivors of my nation shall possess them. This shall be their lot in return for their pride, because they taunted and boasted against the people of the Lord of hosts. You know, when they were being taken into captivity, they were jubilant about Israel's fall. That's not right. Don't be jubilant about your enemy when he falls. The Lord will be awesome against them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and to him shall bow down, each in its place, all the lands of the nations. You also, O Cushites, shall be slain by my sword. And he will stretch out his hand against the north and destroy Assyria, and he will make Nineveh a desolation, a dry waste like the desert. Herds shall lie down in her midst, all kinds of beasts. Even the owl and the hedgehog shall lodge in her capitals. A voice shall hoot in the window. Devastation will be on the threshold. for her cedar work will be laid bare. This is the exultant city that lives securely, that said in her heart, I am, and there is no one else. What a desolation she has become, a lair for wild beasts. Everyone who passes by her hisses and shakes his fist. Okay, and then tomorrow will be the last chapter of Zephaniah. And then we're almost through with the Old Testament. Did you know that? Just a few more days, and we'll be beginning in Genesis. Thank you for listening.